Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, the G-Flash, and I am back for some more Resplendent unit reviews for Fire Emblem Heroes. So today, I'm going to be taking a look at Resplendent Niles and give you guys my thoughts on him and what builds you should go and how to use him. And this is actually a pretty cool unit to get a Resplendent unit buff though, because Niles is kind of like a mediocre unit before, but now he's gotten quite better now. Like he's evolved pretty good, and now with plus 2 to all his stats, you can definitely make him work though. Also, I want to just talk about this artwork. It looks so rad. I really like it. That him in this Muspel attire though, it really fits him, and oh man, he looks so cool. And lots of Nile fans are all really happy. Like, he looks really hot. So, without further ado, let's jump into the analysis and see what this hot boy right here with flames all over his cape held up now. So, if we look at him from day one, his kit from day one is he comes with a killer bow, which obviously is just a weaker version of the slaying bow. It basically just has the slaying effect, accelerates special cooldown. And then he's got Iceberg, Warding Blow, and Spur Rest 3. Now, Niles, to this day, is still known as Iceberg fodder because Iceberg is a really cool special that you can slap on any high res units though. And then it's for budget builds, obviously, if you don't want to have like higher investment specials though. So Iceberg is always going to be very, very useful in any kind of circumstances with any of these high res units though. So Niles is mostly just used for that. I don't really see anyone building him up, of course. But of course, and the other skill, Warding Blow and Spur Red, they're just complete fodder. Nobody even fodders them though. But when this kit came out with him on day one, Niles was just so underwhelming because he's got a pathetic 25 base attack, which is really, really awful by today's day and age though. But obviously, Niles did get a lot better when he got his weapon refined. So his weapon refine is Niles' bow, which has the slaying effect, and it has the shining bow effect where he deals like plus 7 true damage if the foe's defense is like higher than their resistance. So that's actually pretty good though, because Niles doesn't really have the highest attack stats, so getting some true damage out of shining bow's effect definitely could help him deal some damage. And the good part about this is Niles does have a super boon in his attack, so I would say definitely make use of that though. And the refine is just Flashing Blade because Niles' speed is quite workable, and you can definitely make him really, really, really fast though. And yeah, that's basically his refine. It's a pretty cool and decent refine that's still effective till this day though. But if Niles got his refine today, I'm pretty sure we all know it's gonna add more effects outside of just Flashing Blade and Shining Bow. Maybe like plus 5 to all of his stats, or just attack, speed, or res though. But nonetheless, it's a great refine, and Niles made great use out of it. So I would say Niles is still usable, and I've just got the builds for you to make him work. So as always, we're gonna start with the budget build. Okay, so for the budget build, go up plus attack because you want him to hit hard. You don't want him to get stuck at base 27 speed though. I mean, no, base 27 attack. So then you're gonna run his bow with the Flashing Blade refine, because why would you not do that? And then you're gonna go with a reposition, drawback, or swap. Iceberg is just the perfect special on him. Or if you want a higher damaging one, then just run Glacies. And for the A slot, obviously Fury is just way better because it boosts his visible resistance, so he can benefit a little bit more off of Iceberg though. But if you want to do go for a little bit more hard hitting, then run Death Blow or Slow Sparrow or Brazen Attack Speed though. And the Beast Law, obviously, Desperation, you know, the cookie cutter Fury Desperation combo that always run on these budget units though. So you're gonna definitely want to do that on a budget build. Then for the Sea Slaw, you want to run Attack Smoke so that way he can spray the attack debuff so the enemies won't hit him, like deal a lot of damage to him though. That's kind of how always I will run it though. But at the same time, if you want to go for like a better one, you can run like Defense Smoke, so that way he can actually do a little bit more damage to the foes that got debuffed by Defense Smoke. Or if you want to just increase his res a bit and have like a higher Iceberg damage or Glacis damage, then run like the res wave skills. Even though the wave skills are just decent though, I still say it's a good budget build on him. And like, you can run the odd res, the odd and even res wave though combo right there. Odd res wave you can get from, I believe, Mercedes, I think. And then if you want to do something like, do like a funny kind of imagination where he's all flamed up and you want him to be like a mini Surtur, you can run Double Savage Blow to chip away foes' damage, of course. So other options including, you know, threaten attack and defense, or, you know, just a regular threaten skill. I still think threaten attack and defense is probably a little bit better. And then the Steel Saw, just run whatever you want, like raising attack res, increase his attack and his res a bit so he can hit harder with Iceberg. So, but obviously, the no-brainer that everyone would want to run on him is Speed Res Solo, because not only he'll get faster, which means he can trigger his Flashing Blade and his Refine faster, but at the same time, his res will be higher and Iceberg deals a bit more damage with the true damage that his bow gets. So this budget build could definitely work out really, really well though. But if you want him to be a little bit more awesome, then I've just got the premium builds for you. So let's take a look at what he's got all premium though. Okay, so this is what I come up with him though. Now feel free to run whatever you want though, but this is how I'm pulling him up though. So we're gonna still go with Niles' bow and any of the plus skills. I just always go with a harsh command. I even Rupture Sky, because Rupture Sky can deal damage based off of how high the foe's attack is though. And because Niles' damage is just kind of lacking, even though with just this base 45 attack, I still, after the super boom, I still think he just needs a little bit more damage though. So that's why I went with Rupture Sky, that helped him deal more. But if you want to try Deadeye on him, then definitely go ahead and experiment with that. You can still run Deadeye because Deadeye is inheritable by all archers, but the thing is that you want to run Deadeye on someone that's like hitting really hard, and Niles, if you don't invest heavily, then he's not going to hit very hard. But if you're going to run like a lot of premium skill, then Deadeye can definitely fit that special criteria. So for the Ace Law, I went with Mirror Impact because I want him to have a lot more damage and boost his resistance a bit higher, so that way he can trigger the special and do lots of damage though. And this is, of course, if you want to run Glacis, then you can also run Mirror Impact, so to get massive amounts of damage. But of course, on the Ace Law, there's a lot of different other options that you can go with though. You can even run Sturdy Impact because his defenses are not really the best. So Sturdy Impact could actually patch up his defenses a little bit when he's dealing with those distant counter units. Or you can go with like Swift Sparrow, Attack Speed Solo, or Flashing Blade 4. Well, actually, don't run Flashing Blade 4 because that's not gonna stack with the Flashing Blade Refine. I'm saying that if you don't want to run the Flashing Blade Refine on his bow, then I have that other option right there, Niles' bow with the Speed Refine. So if you run that, then you can run Flashing Blade 4, because otherwise you cannot run Flashing Blade Refine and Flashing Blade 4 skill at the same time. They can't stack up on each other. But of course, if you don't want to run those, you can also run attack res solo just to boost his attack and res even higher. And for the Beast Law, I went with Mystic Boost because you want him to, if you want him to stay healthy all the time, then Mystic Boost is obviously the go-to way. But you can also try like no follow-up or no counter distro. No counter distro works better if you want to run him with like a stance skill, like the mirror stance. And that way he can counterattack against these Dazzling Stab healers and mages and stuff like that. And then you can run a low skill or a ruse skill if you want it on him. C-Slot is obviously super flexible. You can run the Pulse Mode, Time Spell, Dual Threaten skills, the tier 3 ones, and Join Drive skills. I obviously just stick with the Join Drive speed because you want him to get faster. If you're obviously running like the Flashing Blade Refine, you want him to double. And Seal Slot is obviously just speed res solo. If we get attack speed solo, then that will be just perfect on Niles though, so he can hit harder while he can double. And the Seal Slot is super flexible. The stance skill, Brazen, Smokes, whatever you want to run, it's all gonna work pretty well with them though. So I would say that even with like a maxi invested, Niles will still be very effective. He can actually, with all the invisible buffs that he's getting from the skills, his weapon, and such, he could actually hit really hard. Like if you max invest him into like +10 merge and +10, +15 Dragon Flower or Summoner support, do all of that jazz, he could actually reach over 60 attack, which is kind of impressive for an old unit though, a Gen 1 unit that got a Resplendent. So Niles is still fantastic, definitely still usable, and if you're a giant Niles fan, definitely invest into him and make this hot cape boy with fire all fired up and make him just go out and just use his bow and just slay some people with his fiery heart. And he really wants to go on adventure and hunting, so this is your perfect guy right here. So that's gonna be it for the premium builds and the skills. Still an awesome unit though. I'm really happy he got this refined. And the Resplendent as well. Also because this artwork is so rad. And it's revealed to us that our next Resplendent is gonna be Delphia, which I gotta just say, this artwork is so cute. This is, I think, the first fairy artwork that's done correctly. I mean, Delphia's like what? Is she like 13 or is she older? I've never played Echoes though, but I think I've just seen Let's Plays of it though. But I mean, Delphia definitely fits the fairy attire, and I believe she is the first Grail unit to get a Resplendent buff, unless I'm missing someone, of course. But Delphia is a pretty awesome blue mage though, who got that Dark Aura refined, which is actually pretty cool and very usable though. So I'm definitely going to be covering her when she drops, and I think she drops like when Christmas comes. So that will be actually pretty nice though. People are going to get Delphia on Christmas or on Christmas Eve or something like that. So that's awesome that people are gonna get someone that's gonna bless their gifts, I think, and make them all warm and fuzzy. And yeah, I really look forward to getting this Resplendent Delphia, and I know many people have built Delphia up. Now, of course, one unit that is still waiting for a refine is the Fallen Delphia. I'm not saying Fallen Delphia is bad or anything, she's really good. It's just her weapon is kind of outdated in like today's day and age though. She needs a little bit more effects other than just like that Fury 2.5 or Fury 2 effect though, built into her tome though. So, I mean, just everyone needs a little improvement to catch up to the newer release units these days though. So definitely look forward to me covering the Resplendent Delphia, which I'm really excited about. And that's gonna wrap us up for Resplendent Niles. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of Resplendent Niles? Do you want to build him now that he's got this really awesome fiery artwork, that he's wearing the Muspel outfit? Or are you going to just still use him for iceberg fodder? Because I'm pretty sure many people are going to actually start building him up now because he just looks so cool. And if you like what I do, please like, share, and subscribe if you want to see me do more summoning videos, banner impressions, and Resplendent unit reviews. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on my next video. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.